Guys, we're going to talk about accountability, how to wrap all of this, what we've learned the last few weeks, how to get leads, how to get organized in our business. And we're going to put it all together. And hopefully, you will know what you're supposed to do when you get up in the mornings every single day. So, I'm going to share my screen and you guys will get a copy of this. Um, most people really just don't want freedom. They like being told what to do. Most people really do not want freedom because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of that responsibility. They don't want to be in charge. They don't want to be in blame if something goes wrong. So you have to ask yourself, is this the job that you really want? Something that you're not going to be told every single day what to do, that you're going to have to be responsible. You're going to have to be the one that that makes a plan, that builds this business from scratch. Now, I'll help you every step of the way, and you can get help from your next homies every step of the way, but it's up to you guys to actually be accountable and hold yourself accountable. So let's go over this little cheat sheet that I made. The first is that you spend at least an hour a day dedicated to get to new business. That's calling your friends, calling your family, calling your sphere, networking yourself. Um, that's actually making contacts to get business. However, you choose. We have been over several different plans and paths. It's just time for you to pick one and go after it. Don't wait till next week to do this stuff. It's time today. If you've got your real estate license, then it's time to sit down and just start knocking away at all the things that you need to do. So spend a few hours a day doing everything, and one of them is getting new business. Uh, Number two is make sure you have that written down plan on how you get new business and how to grow your database, whether it's going to the chamber events, holding open houses, door knocking, cold calling, for sale by owner calling, expired listings, whatever your plan is, just jot it down. That's all you have to do. It sounds like it's really easy. Why would I write it down when I know it? Writing it down makes you realize the holes in the plan in your head. So you must write that plan down. That way, when you wake up foggy headed one morning and you don't have any appointments lined up, you feel like you're caught up, you can look at your list and say, okay, time to get new business. Let me look at my sheet. What do I need to do? You have a written down plan on how to categorize your leads. This is your funnel coming in. The first step, you remember we were talking about identifying what phase of the cycle maybe a buyer or a seller's in. Are they in the research phase? Or they in the hey, it's go time phase, it's red hot phase? You need to categorize those buyers and sellers, all your leads, and just have a plan. You can categorize it different. There's no perfect way to do this, but it's just perfect if you do this. You may categorize them in a certain way, but as long as you categorize your leads and you have that plan on how you're going to do it. Okay, if I get a call from Zillow, I'm going to put that name here and then I'm going to do that with it. Or if I get a call from my aunt that says my cousin might be selling her house soon, what am I going to do with that information? Am I going to just say, okay, and call her sometime? Or am I going to put her on this list of people I know that I need to reach out to within the next 2 to 3 days and then follow up if I do not reach them? I have a written down plan on how to follow up with my leads in any of the four stages. Okay. So now that I've categorized my leads, now that I have them separated based off of how long do I think they're going to buy or sell, now I have a follow up plan for each of those categorized lists. If I feel like that person might be staying in that house for 5 to 10 more years, that could be their forever house, well, I'm going to follow up with that person with different messages, different information, altogether because I'm going after referrals from that guy. I know he's not going to buy or sell a house, but I don't want to discount him. He's still my billboard. He knows how great I am, and he's going to send me business. So I need to keep him happy. So I'm going to have him over on this list. Well, this list over here that I think these people are going to be selling their house, or I know this is a in between house from these people. This is not their forever home. Well, I'm going to know how much their house is worth in the back of my head before I even call them, just in case it comes up. I don't want to have to say, man, I don't know. I'm going to have to look. I want to be able to spit off how much his house is worth every time I see him because he's on my hot list. He's on my list. I know this person just had a baby. They live in a small 1-bedroom house. They're probably going to buy soon. So have those lists categorized. Have a plan on how you're going to follow up based off of how you have those people categorized. Then have a written down plan for how, if you don't have any past clients, that's fine. But if you do, go ahead and write those past clients down and then have that list. You all should have that past clients list, the name, birthday, anniversary, any reason that you can use to call and make that person feel special. Their pet's birthday, if they love their pet, their home anniversary. You want to have those things written down. So now you can build a plan on how to follow up with that person because you have the information. The hard part's getting the information, believe it or not. But once you have it written down, you can set that person up on your newsletter. You can start branding yourself to that person. That's our goal, is to anytime somebody thinks Ryan Porter, they're going to think Realtor Ryan. Because why? I put Realtor Ryan in front of everything for years and years. So you want to brand yourself to these people, especially your past clients that already know, love you, and use you, and everyone else in your lead. So have a written down plan on how to take on new buyers with a presentation. So first off, have a buyer's presentation explaining why they should choose you to walk them through the path of buying a house. Have a good buyer's presentation because you're going to work with a lot of buyers. So you want a really good color, trifold, a good full presentation. You want both, ideally. Trifolds, you want them in your car with a little scan code on the back that says, take me to your pre-approval letter. And you also want a full on buyer's presentation, just showing that client everything they can expect throughout that process. So have a seller's presentation and know how to use it. Everybody should have a buyer's and a seller's presentation. You know I'm going to preach that, and know how to use it. Have at least 1 hour a week dedicated to updating your online profiles. That is so important. The power of the internet, going through your Zillow, your Realtor.com, your intranet, your Google business page. There's so many profiles out there that you want to make sure your presence is known when people Google your name. Also, spend an hour a week spending time learning that new technology. Let's face it, new technology makes things work a whole lot easier. They're going to free up your time where you can do things that you want to do. So find that new technology that'll help you. I suggest do the things that you don't want to do easier. What is something that you hate doing? Try to find some technology that I can help with that. I love looking at the new things that come out, and it's constant. It's constant that a new app is out that will help our life better. So constantly learn to use that new technology. And what that's going to do is make your business just run more efficient. Less phone calls you have to make, less emails you have to write, less text you have to send, conversations that you have to have. You can cut that down and save an hour or two a day or per transaction. It's going to pay off and give you time to fit that one more closing in a month. And it's going to free up time for you to go out to those events and try to get new business. Also, you have a written down profit loss plan with a budget. You all need to know how much you have to make, how much you want to make, how much it's going to cost you to make it. Look at our day 8, I think, if you want to dig down on your profit loss. But you need, all businesses need this. You are now a small business and you need your profit loss plan with a budget. So guys,